Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying back to a time when the world was vastly different, a world teetering on the edge of its own making. The story begins in an age where humanity had lost its way. Greed had poisoned hearts, and the earth was filled with violence and corruption. It seemed as though every thought, every action was turned toward darkness. In this sea of chaos, God looked down and saw the brokenness. But amidst it all, one man stood apart. His name was Noah. He was described as a righteous man, a beacon of faithfulness in a world that had forgotten faith. It was to Noah that God spoke, delivering a solemn warning and a monumental command. God revealed that a great flood was coming, a flood to cleanse the earth. But there was a path to survival. Noah was instructed to build an ark, a massive vessel designed for salvation. This ark had to be large enough not only for Noah and his family, but for the future of all life on earth. Without hesitation, Noah obeyed. Day after day, he and his sons worked tirelessly. The sounds of hammers and saws filled the air as the enormous wooden structure took shape under the open sky. People from the surrounding areas would stop and watch. They saw the immense size of the boat being built on dry land, and they scoffed. They laughed at Noah, unable to comprehend the warning he shared. They couldn't see the storm gathering on the horizon. They simply did not believe. Then, something miraculous began to happen. The animals came. As if guided by an unseen hand, they arrived in pairs, 2 by 2. Creatures from every corner of the world, from the smallest insects to the largest beasts, made their way toward the ark. Predators and prey walked side by side in an unnatural peace, a procession of life marching toward its only hope of survival. They boarded the ark, filling the vast holds with the sounds and smells of the wild. Once Noah, his family, and all the animals were safely inside, God himself sealed the great door of the ark. The laughter from outside was cut short. A new sound began. It started as a gentle patter, a soft rain falling from the sky. But it didn't stop. It grew harder, more intense, until it became a merciless deluge. The sky opened up, and simultaneously, the very ground seemed to split apart as waters surged from the depths below. The world as they knew it began to disappear. Rivers overflowed, valleys filled, and the waters rose with terrifying speed. Cities and civilizations were swallowed by the churning waves. Soon, even the tallest mountains vanished beneath the endless global ocean. Every living thing that was not aboard the ark was lost to the flood. The world was washed clean. Inside the ark, there was a different reality. The vessel drifted on the dark, chaotic waters, a tiny speck of life in a world of death. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain pounded against the roof without a moment's pause. The constant sound of water was their only companion. It was a time of waiting, of trusting, and of surviving the greatest storm in history. Then, as suddenly as it began, the downpour stopped. A profound silence fell over the world. The waters, though still covering everything, began to slowly, gradually recede. The ark drifted for months until, one day, it came to a gentle rest. It had landed on the mountains of Ararat. Still, Noah waited. He needed to know if the earth was ready. He first released a raven, which flew back and forth, but did not return to the ark. After some time, he sent out a dove. The dove found no place to land and returned. Noah waited 7 more days. He released the dove a second time. That evening, it flew back to him, and in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. This was the sign. Life had survived. Hope was returning to the world. After waiting longer for the ground to completely dry, the day finally came. Noah opened the door of the ark. He, his family, and all the animals stepped out into a world that was quiet, clean, and new. It was a fresh start. Noah's first act was one of gratitude. He built an altar and gave thanks to God for their salvation. In response, God made a sacred promise. a covenant with Noah and all of humanity. He promised that never again would he destroy the earth with a flood. And as a sign of this unbreakable promise, a magnificent rainbow appeared in the clouds. A brilliant arc of color, a symbol of mercy, and a beautiful reminder that even after the darkest storm, judgment had passed and hope had endured. Thank you for joining me on this incredible story. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that have shaped our world. See you in the next one.